Hello friends and welcome to another video on Authentic English. In this video I will talk to you about differences in some commonly confused prepositions. So without further ado, let's begin. The first three prepositions that I have are under, below and underneath. These three prepositions are often interchanged. You see, like under and below have almost the same meaning. Under and below can be often interchanged, like it's written there. Under means something is directly below something, like the cat is under the table. Now, cat is one thing and the table is one thing, and the cat is at a lower level than the table, and that is why we are using the preposition under. We can also use the preposition below in the sentence, like the cat is below the table. It would mean the same thing. Below means at a lower position, just like under, but it's often used for the same thing or place. We technically use below when we are talking about position lower than something else in the same building, in the same thing, something like that. Look at this example. I live below them on the first floor. Now, floors are a part of the same building, and that is why we are using the preposition below here. It's not very much correct to use the preposition under in this sentence. Like if someone says I live under them on the first floor, that would be like you have some room or you have some tunnel like thing, and that is where you're living. But below is the standard and the correct usage here. That is why we are using the preposition below. I live below them on the first floor. Okay, now under and below also have some different meanings, like other uses of under and below. The state is under the president's control. This means tells something is controlled by someone. Now this is another use of under, where below cannot be used. We cannot say the state is below the president's control. That's not correct. Now below means lower than. When we say he has a below average IQ, that means his IQ is lower than the average IQ. So these were some of the other uses of under and below. Now the third word that we have is underneath. Now underneath is used when something is below the other and is hidden or covered by it. Okay, imagine that you have a small coin and you put a handkerchief over it. Now the coin gets covered by the handkerchief. So you can say the coin is underneath the handkerchief because it is now covered completely by the handkerchief. Now, when we look at this sentence, there was a teddy underneath the blanket. It means that the teddy was completely covered by the blanket. But underneath does not mean that it has to be completely covered. It can also be partially covered. Like if you look at sentence number 2, one could see his body underneath the shirt. That means his body was visible, or the shirt was transparent, but it was slightly, or you can say partially covered, and that is when we are using the preposition underneath. One could see his body underneath the shirt. So underneath can also be used in the sense of below in some cases, like underneath the building was a small cave, something like that. But the main usage of underneath is when something is hidden or covered by the other thing. Okay, now other prepositions are among and between. Among is used when we are referring to more than two people or things. I distributed the sweets among Ramesh, Ravi and Jatin. Okay. Between, on the other hand, refers to only two people or things. I distributed the sweets between Ravi and Jatin. So, between is used to refer to only two people or things, whereas among refers to more than two people or things. When there are more than two people or things, use the preposition among. When there are only two, use the preposition between. Now let us talk about prepositions since and for. Since is used with a starting point to show a period till present. Now the main usage of since is to talk about a starting point and then talk about the time that follows it. Okay, till the present. I have lived in Europe since 2005. This sentence means that the speaker started living in Europe in 2005 and is still living in Europe at the present moment. He was blind since birth. This sentence means that he was born blind and he continued to be blind till the sentence was spoken. Whereas for expresses only general periods of time. I stayed in Europe for a week. They will come for 2 days. Whenever we want to express a general period of time, a length of time, we use the preposition for. When somebody asks us, how long will you stay there? I'll stay in Europe for a week. They will come for 2 days. Now let us talk about two other commonly confused prepositions, which are in and into. Now, in is used when something is already present inside a place. Now, for example, you come across a room and you see a person sitting in the room before you arrived. Now, then you can use the preposition in, like he was in the room. Whereas when somebody is entering or moving, or when there is motion, we use the preposition into. He went into the room. Now, since he is entering the room, we are using the preposition into. I put the cake into the oven, because the cake is moving into the oven. That is why you're using the preposition into. Now, since English is becoming more and more modern, we can use in and into interchangeably. In American English, in and into can be interchanged. But technically, in and into are different prepositions. In refers to only somebody who is already present and is sitting without any motion, whereas into is used for the act of moving in or entering. Now let's talk about beside and besides. Beside means next to. The apple is beside the box. That means the apple is kept beside the or next to the box. This means the apple is next to the box. Besides means in addition to. Besides apple, they also bought oranges. This sentence means they not only bought apples but also oranges. Means something extra, something in addition to. Besides means something in addition to. If we replace besides with in addition to in the sentence becomes in addition to apples, they also bought oranges. So they bought apples and oranges. Whereas beside means next to. The apple is beside the box. That is, apple is next to the box. So I hope you liked this video and it cleared some of your confusion. If you have any other doubts, please ask in the comment below and I'll reply to each and every single comment of yours. I am a little ill today and that's why I couldn't speak properly. Sorry for that. And please subscribe to my channel if you want more such videos. Thank you so much. Bye bye and thanks for watching.